Hey everybody, hope you guys are healthy and safe. So Tecno, it's a company that I've covered quite a bit in the last 2 years. Since Tecno has done a lot, it's released like a laptop, four foldable phones. I actually covered them very recently, and also a couple of flagship phones too. But the most fun may be this. This is the Tecno Pocket Go. It's a portable, all-in-one handheld gaming computer. So very similar to the Steam Deck or the Asus ROG Ally, meaning there's a very powerful CPU and GPU in here running Windows 11, so you can run AAA titles from Microsoft's Windows platform or Microsoft's Xbox PC Game Pass or Steam if you have that service. Almost everything is built into this one device right here, the CPU, GPU, memory, internal storage, and obviously the controller. The only thing missing is a screen. Unlike the ROG Ally or Steam Deck, which has a screen in the middle, the Tecno Pocket Go instead outputs the display to a pair of AR glasses. That comes in one package. So technically speaking, together, this is the Tecno Pocket Go. And you can also output to a proper monitor because this is basically an all-in-one computer. So if you want, you can completely skip the glasses and just output to a proper monitor or a television and play that way. So let's look at the hardware. So like I said, everything is built into this guy right here. It's basically a gaming controller in the mode of the Xbox One controller or the PS5 controller. So you have four main face buttons, four shoulder buttons, including two triggers that are very pressure sensitive, two analog sticks, and a D-pad. The exact same controller layout we've seen like 100 times already. The buttons are very well built, they're very clicky. The analog triggers have a wide range of motions and it's quite precise. The controller is a little bit heavy because there's a CPU, GPU, and a battery in here. So it weighs 550 grams or about 1.2 pounds. So if I'm holding it like elevated like this, it does get tiring a bit. But you know, who's gonna play games like this the whole time? If you're sitting down, you're probably gonna rest your arms on your lap. Or if you have a table, you're gonna put your elbows on the table. And when you do it like that, then the weight is a non-factor. So there's two USB-C ports here. One is to charge the 50 watt hour battery. The other to output to your external display source, which usually is the glasses or a portable monitor. There's also a headphone jack if you want to plug in your own audio, but the glasses also have very loud and full speakers built in that sound among the best I've heard from any portable lightweight AR glasses. Down below is a little toggle to switch between the gyroscope because there is a 6-axis gyroscope in here to support games that may require arm or hand movements. The analog sticks are very comfortable and precise. You can press into them, you know, just like any other Xbox's PlayStation controller. However, I do think the D-pad is a little bit stiff. Now, fortunately, most modern games don't really use the D-pad anymore, but if I were to play Street Fighter on this, I think this D-pad is a little bit stiff for me to pull off my, like, oh, you can, you know. So there's a 50 watt hour battery inside, and the good news is it is removable, so you can just take it out and swap out another one if you need. That's very good news because battery life unfortunately is not that good. Tecno advertises 4 hours of playtime on one full charge, but I've been using this guy for weeks. I've never gotten close to that. I would say you're lucky if you get 2.5 hours. Generally speaking, after 2 hours, this guy is close to dying on me. The good news is you can swap the battery or you can just plug in a USB-C cable and charge at 65 watt speeds, which is pretty fast. Unfortunately, if you're playing a graphically intensive game, I find that even if you plug in a power source, full 65 watt, and you're playing, you're still gonna see the battery drain because it's pushing out a lot of power. So there's almost no scenario where you can play continuously for 5 or 6 hours straight. You're almost certainly gonna have to swap out the battery or give it a break to charge or take a break while it charges before you can resume after like 3 hours. That's because this guy's pushing a lot of power. So the CPU in here, it's an AMD Ryzen 7 8840HS. So this is a near flagship CPU, 4 nanometer process, 8 core, 16 threads, clocked at 5.1 gigahertz, and it pushes a TDP of between 20 and 30. So that's quite a lot of power, especially for a handheld device. And you pair this with an AMD Radeon 780M graphics with 16 TOPS, you have yourself computing power that's almost on par with most modern gaming laptops out there. Now, with such power, you're gonna need a pretty heavy fan to keep the thermals down, and the fan in here does get pretty loud, at least if you're just, you know, you boot it up and you listen to it. The good news is when you wear the glasses and then you hold the controller a little bit further away from the ear, the speakers in here are so good, and also the controller is further away from the ear that I don't hear the fan that much. But after gaming about 20-30 minutes, you do feel the heat in the back of the controller. But that's only if you're touching directly on the battery. If you hold on to the handles, you don't feel the heat that much. You feel the heat near your fingers, but it's not like directly on your finger. Now, I am not that heavy of a gamer. I'm not going to sit here and play 3 hours straight like some people, but I have played about 90 minutes straight on a plane, and I definitely didn't have any issues, nor did I notice any performance issues. Games I played include Battlefield 5, Cyberpunk 2077, and Forza Horizon 4. All three of these games are quite graphically intensive, and the games ran at about 60 FPS at, I would say, the first 10-20 minutes. After 20 minutes in, I do notice a little bit dip in frame rate, but nothing too bad. There's no major stutter. The graphics definitely look great to my eyes. And because this is practically a full-on Windows 11 computer, if you don't want to play games, you can pair this to a Bluetooth keyboard or trackpad and mouse and just use it like a proper computer. So you can, in theory, use this for productivity. If you need to send some emails or write a Word document, you can do that here. Next up, let's take a look at the glasses. So this is pretty standard fare because I test my fair share of AR glasses, like from XVO, from Rokit, and this is pretty much on par with all of those. The screen that's projected is 215-inch, viewed from about 15 feet away, I'd say. Basically, when I wear it, the screen covers my entire field of vision. The screen resolution is 1080p and refresh rate is only 60 Hz. I do wish the refresh rate were a little bit higher, but 60 Hz is perfectly fine for the games that I play. And the screen, even at 1080p, does look pretty sharp, even at the corners, as you can see right here. The speakers, like I said, are very loud and full, but then that comes with the side effect of the fact that if someone is sitting next to you, they will be able to hear clearly what you're listening to. So I would say if I'm playing in public, like at a coffee shop, I still would either turn down the volume to very low, or I just pair it with a Bluetooth earbud and wear that, or plug in a headphone jack here and wear headphones, because it's quite distracting for other people when you're wearing this in public. But when you're wearing at home, the speakers are more than good enough. Now, there are two dials at the top. These are diopters to allow you to adjust for nearsightedness. So if you're someone who needs to wear glasses, the degrees here for diopter adjustment is between 0 to 600. So that means for most people, it should be enough of an adjustment that you don't need to wear contacts to wear the glasses. Now, I have perfect vision, so I don't need to mess with this at all. I just put this on and everything looks sharp to my eyes. There are nose pads that are removable and the package includes several, so that means you should be able to find a comfortable fit. I do like that temple arms open quite wide and they're flexible, so the glasses do feel pretty comfortable on my face. If I do have to complain about the glasses, is that the USB-C cable here, it is not removable. It connects to the glasses full time. Just about every other pair of AR glasses that I've tested, the cables are removable. It's just a little bit easier to be able to remove the cables if you need to wrap up the glasses in a smaller package. And also, if this cable were to get damaged, that means the glasses cannot be used anymore because you can't just plug in another USB-C cable. But the good news is some other AR glasses do work with the Pocket Go's controller. Not all. Like the XVO Air, for some reason, does not work, but the Rocket Vision actually works, and so do the glasses from Vitcher. So if you're a serious gamer and you want to have AAA gaming titles with you on the go, the Tecno Pocket Go is worth looking at. I think this setup with the AR glasses, it's better than the Steam Deck or ROG Ally because one, you have a bigger screen, and two, when you're wearing the glasses, the screen, it's displayed in front of you at head level. You don't have to crane your neck down to play, which is so unhealthy for your neck. Unfortunately, the Pocket Go is not something that you can just go out to buy right now. Tecno is launching this on crowdfunding beginning October 15th. Now, the good news is the price on crowdfunding is really good. Tecno is going to sell this for $869 on Kickstarter. And Tecno is a big enough company that, you know, they're going to ship. They're not going to disappear on you. If you do want to wait until it goes on sale in retail, you can wait until November when the crowdfunding campaign ends. Then Tecno says it will begin selling in Europe and the US. But at that point, the retail price will jump to over $1,000 US. So this is the Tecno Pocket Go, yet another really cool product from Tecno, a company that's like really pushing to get its name out there and to release products that are flagship territory, but still, cheaper price than a lot of the bigger name brands out there. And I'm excited to see that. I think Tecno's doing a lot of fun things right now. So yeah, that's about it for this video. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe to my channel. It will help me a lot. I have a lot of stuff coming. Next up, it's going to be the Vivo X200 Pro. I'm going to get my hands on that very soon, so stay tuned for that. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.